Okay, if you want to start this, I can talk and do a little
we're live.
Pre-game.
You're on, Randy. We have 3 customers already.
Okay, here I'm on. Welcome to Northwood High School baseball. This afternoon's Pacific Coast League matchup between the Woodbridge Warriors and the Northwood Timberwolves. This is a repeat of a game from Tuesday in which Northwood came out victorious 4-1. Northwood is now sitting 4-2 in league, and Woodbridge is 1-5 in league. And as you can see, the Northwood team has just taken the field. Ben Burkle pitching for Northwood, senior Ben Burkle. And we hope you enjoy this afternoon's game. It's breezy out here today, a little chilly in the shade, probably nice in the sun, but we're in the shade and a little chilly and breezy. So Woodbridge is wearing their visitors' grays with gold and red trim, and Northwood in their home whites with a navy blue. The dimensions here, in case you don't remember, at Northwood Field, center field is about 400. The sign in the left center says 390, but maybe straightaway center it's 400. Power alleys in left field 370, and right field is about 350, and down the lines is about 320 down the line on the left, and I think it's 315 down the line and right. It's a good dimension for a high school field. Not too small, not too big. And Burkle has completed his warm-ups. The throw goes down, and we're starting the game. Leading off for Woodbridge, the center fielder, number 2, Jackson Lyon. Jackson Lyon stepping up to the plate, leading off for Woodbridge this afternoon. On the mound for Woodbridge is Curran Larson. And the first pitch, fouled back, fastball fouled back, and the game is underway. Strike 1. So Curran Larson starting on the mound for Woodbridge. Curran Larson started the first game against Northwood when Julian Tristan pitched a complete game shutout with Northwood winning 2-0. As a fastball, it's up high. Larson pitched very well that game, only giving up a couple of runs and 2-0 score. So 1-1 count. Here's Burkle. Pitch that must have been a little inside. 2-1 is the count. Next pitch, Burkle back, fastball up high, and the count is 3-1. So I'm here with Sue Burkle doing the technical work as always. Sue does a great job getting us online and ready for you to watch this game. And there's a pitch fouled off down the right field line, and now we have a full count to the first batter of the game, Jackson Lyon. Burkle steps off. In his windup, full count pitch, fastball fouled right back at us. And how'd the camera hold up on that one, Sue?
Good question. We will try to get more first base during the break.
We'll try to even out the playing field a little more for you during the break. Burkle back up on full count. And the next pitch is a fastball fouled away. So Jackson Lyon doing his job as a leadoff batter. Fouling off 3-2 pitches, so 5, 6, 7 pitches. This is going to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. That's what a good leadoff man is supposed to be doing.
Let's go, Ben!
And here's the next pitch, fastball lined into center field. It's going to land in front of Jack Jones for a base hit. Now batting, the catcher, number 21, James Durant. So that was a really good at-bat for Jackson Lyon after taking a lot of pitches. He lined another 3-2 pitch hard on the nose. One-hopped center fielder, Jack Jones, and And now James Durant comes to the plate, the catcher. First pitch, down and away, ball one. Darren Shorter playing way up. He's not just on the grass, but he's a couple of steps onto the grass, expecting a bunt. Infield is playing up for double play. There's no squaring at all, and the fastball is taken for strike one. Shorter looking to the dugout, trying to get a little help as to where he should be playing. He's still playing on the grass, still expecting a bunt. Pickoff play. Oh, he was leading. Lyon was leading, but the throw was not right where it could have been to get him, and he was back in safely. Lyon has good speed. 1-1 is the count. Not going, curveball down, dirt. Good block by Thomas Lee. And Jackson Lyon has to remain at first. Two and one. Just getting started here, top of the first. No score. Another pickoff move. Lyon back.
Yeah, that's helping Jeff. That's good.
Fastball's down low. He started to go but went back. The throw went down to second, and Lyon scampers back to first safely. So that pitch was down. It was close, but it was down, and now the count is 3-1. Jackson Lyon started to go wisely, stopped. I guess he didn't have a good jump. Rather than being easy out, he stopped and made it back to first. Fastball, it's lined down the right field line, and it is a foul ball, maybe by 6 inches.
Thank heaven.
That was close. Durant ripped that ball down the right field line, just missed being fair, just missed hitting that line. So now the count is full. We'll see if Lyon will be going on this pitch. I would say that he will be. And here's a pitch he's not going, and it's strike three taken. Durant takes strike three and is one out. Now batting the third baseman, number 30, Kyle Giberson. So Burkle comes up with a big pitch when he needs it. Now there's one out, and Kyle Giberson advances to the plate. Lyon has a good-sized lead. Let's see if he's going to be going. Pickoff move. He's back safely. There's a pitch down a little low. One ball. It's a changeup that dropped below the knees, taken by Giberson. Next pitch, curveball, outside, ball two. Fastball down on the knees, taken for strike one, and the count is now 2-1. Coach flashing the signs. Jackson takes his lead. And let's see if he's going to be going on this. And he is going. And it's fouled down a third base line. So now we have a 2-2 count on Kyle Giberson. Top of the first, no score. Just getting underway out here at Northwood Field. Fastball, it's way up high. And Burkle is full on the first three batters of this game. He's gone full on each of them. Let's see if Jackson Lyon will be going on this full count. There he goes. It's popped back foul. And Jackson Lyon will have to return to first. Pickoff move. line back easily. He holds this time, and the pitch is up high for ball 4. And now Woodbridge has runners at first and second and 1 out. Now batting the first baseman, number 24, Wes Hill. Wes Hill stepping in with runners on first and second and 1 out.
I got it.
And there's a ground ball in the hole between short and third and left field. 1 run's going to score. And Woodbridge takes the lead on a base hit to left field by Wes Hill. 1-0 Woodbridge. Now batting the shortstop, number 23, Will Rudy.
First and second.
Yep.
Finish the inning and then I'll take
You
over.
have both have microphones.
Will Rudy steps to the plate, first and second.
What number is he?
Number 23. Fastball, outside, ball 1.
Okay. Will Rudy's at the plate, I believe. And the 1-0 pitch. Fouled straight back. The count is now 1 ball and 1 strike. Score is Woodbridge 1, Northwood 0. The first inning, men on first and second with a 1-1 count and 1 out. Ben Burkle on the mound. Ben from the stretch and the pitch. It's a breaking pitch on the outside corner. Beautiful pitch. Strike 2. Count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. From the stretch and the pitch. Another breaking pitch just outside. Count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runners at first and second here in the top of the first inning, just underway. Winds are blowing out today. Ben Burkle from the stretch and the pitch. Ball's in the dirt. Okay, take over for me temporarily.
Okay, so if you haven't noticed,
Hello?
Jack Pine is here, and he was just calling, and we're going to both be calling here, but full count here. Burkle pitches. Oh, here's a pop-up to second baseman. He's going back on it. I didn't hear any infield fly being called, which there probably should have been, but Trevor Littlejohn made the play for out number 2.
There's 3. That's about 3,000.
Now batting the left fielder, number 12, Jeff Quezada.
Okay.
So Jeff Quezada coming up now.
I still need an explanation for that.
2 outs, still first and second.
Pretty much, yes.
Burkle checks pitch. Fastball
No, I
just a
think
little
this is just
away
the
for
rule
ball
I
1.
read about the 80% thing. They didn't say anything else.
Northwood trying to get out of this jam with just 1 run.
Yeah, I'm not going to worry about the future. I'll just worry about now.
Next pitcher, Burkle's fastball is lined into center field. Jones moving over for it and makes the play.
Okay.
Record the 3rd out, and Northwood coming up to bat behind 1-0. Leading off the bottom of the first for Northwood, the shortstop, number 2, Eli Stewart.
Okay, here we are in the bottom of the first inning. Woodbridge put up a 1 spot there in the top of the first. And we have Eli Stewart leading off for Northwood, trying to get on base here and get something started for Northwood. They got a slight deficit here heading into the bottom of the first inning. And the first pitch is a breaking pitch high. Northwood has won both in the series so far against Woodbridge, and I believe they are now 5-2 in the PCA. Correct? 5-2, I believe. And here's the pitch, and that ball's hammered down the line. That's going to go all the way down the line to the fence. And there goes Eli. He's going to cruise into second for a double. He crushed that ball. He's been crushing the ball all season, folks, at least when I'm here.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 6, Darren Shorter.
Okay, Darren Shorter, the freshman and third baseman, is up. Since I was last here, Darren has moved up in the order. It's been a long time since I've been here. Okay.
Well, we're glad to have you back, Jack.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Jack's back. I've been good luck. They've never lost a game since I've been here, but we've lost only a few games this year total, right? How many's it been? Like
we've
2?
we've lost 3.
Three losses all year. How many
I think
wins?
we're 14-3.
14-3 for those of you keeping track out there. Okay, we got a runner on second. That's a tying run right there, and Darren Shorter's up. Woodbridge is looking for a bunt, but he's not squaring in. That pitch was on the outside corner, I guess.
Was it?
Well, they called it that way. It was at his shoulders too. So you got to be ready for that if you're a hitter. The ump's gonna call the corners, and that's where the catcher's gonna set up. Wouldn't you? Here's the pitch, and that one is way outside and high, but just out of the strike zone though. Okay, I hope you didn't hear that. I wonder how many I got listening. Probably 4 or 5 at this point. 13!
10 now.
10. 3 of you left after I came here. And that ball's hit where it should be. Oh, the right fielder's caught! That's a fair ball. I mean, the first baseman. There goes Darren Shorter. He can run. He pulls into second and gets an RBI. He had a chopper down the first base line. Tough play for the first baseman.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 37, Julian Tristan.
Julian's up now. What do you think? Was that a hit or an error?
I would give that a hit. That was a tough play. It did go off the end of his glove, rolled down the line, and Shorter had an easy double, and Eli Stewart scored easily.
The wind is blowing out today. We got a big guy up here. Last night's heard he was up to 4 home runs this year. Where's he at now? Is he still stuck on 4? Or is he hitting any?
I want to say
that
it's 5.
I don't know if he's hit any since you've been gone, Jack.
He hit one at CDM.
Yep.
I was aware of that, wasn't I?
That would be number 5, I think.
Okay,
I don't know what you're aware of and what you're not aware of.
He's going for double digits this year, we hope. And from the stretch, and the 0-1 pitch. That ball's outside and gets away from the catcher. That'll be a pass ball. And Darren Shorter pulls into third base.
And that'll help the cause.
And you got 1 run in. And the count is now 1 ball, 1 strike in a 1-1 game in the first inning. All ones. The infield's playing back. They're playing corners up, but the middle of the infield's back, so a ground ball to the middle of the infield will score the run. From the stretch. And the 1-1 pitch. Julian swings and misses at that pitch. That looked like an off-speed pitch. I'm a little blocked here by the umpire, but
it was.
I could just tell by the way he was out front that it was probably something off-speed. Okay, Julian's got a 1-2 count against him here. He's a 3-hole hitter here. From the stretch. And the 1-2 pitch. That's another breaking pitch. He swings and misses. Catcher drops the ball but tags him, and that'll be 2
Now
outs.
batting, number 19, Tom McCarty.
Tom McCarty's up. He's batting in the 4-hole. Tom has moved up in the lineup since I was last here. He was in the 5-hole before. So Tom must be run producing big time since then.
All we need is a ground ball to second or short. Those fielders are back. They're conceding a run.
It's 1 out. We just need that ground ball, as you said. I got to put the ball in play here. Just put the ball in play. And there's a swing and a miss. Don't be like the Philadelphia Phillies and strand the man at third. With nobody out. Okay, it's a common scene in Philadelphia. And here's the pitch. And there's a breaking pitch, and he gets him on a swing, and the count is now 0-2. The pitcher's ahead. He's really come on strong here after giving up a couple of hits there to the top two in the order. Tom McCarty's just got to try to get that bat on the ball here, get it in play. And he does. He gets the ball up the middle, that'll score a run. And he's out of first base, but he gets the RBI and does his job.
Great job by McCarty to do that, put the ball in play.
That's his job. And he
now batting the catcher, number 46, Thomas Lee.
Thomas Lee's now up with the bases empty. And
that was a great job.
He's taken a 2-1 lead. I agree.
That was a great job by Tom, getting behind the count, 2 strikes on him like that, and just putting the ball in play and bringing that run home.
Perfect.
Let's go, Thomas.
Ball's a little inside. That's a breaking pitch. Count is now 1 ball and no strikes to Thomas Lee. He doesn't look quite as open as he used to be. A slight change in his stance here lately. And here's the pitch. And he gets him on the outside corner. And that count is now 1 ball and 1 strike with 2 outs. And the pitch. Ball's fouled straight back. Good swing on a high fastball. The count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. For those of you just tuning in, I got nothing to say. You should have been here earlier. Of course, I wasn't. Here's the windup and the pitch. And there's a little number back to the pitcher's mound. He picks it up, he delivers, and throws to first for the 3rd out.
Northwood comes back with 2 in the bottom of the first, and a score after 1. Northwood 2, Woodbridge 1.
Okay, take a break. He found a place.
Leading off, right fielder, number 13, Grant Martini.
Okay, Grant Martini's up. And Ben Burkle delivers, and there's a strike on the outside part of the plate at the knees. Good location. Count is now no balls and 1 strike. And I think if you're a pitcher today, you want to be living on the corners here a little bit. Look like you're getting some. And here's the pitch. There's a breaking pitch. Outside corner, no balls and 2 strikes. It's my understanding Ben threw about 30 pitches in the first inning, so hopefully we can get a couple quick outs for him here.
It's good to see him ahead of the count here.
And here's the 0-2 pitch. And that's a breaking pitch high and inside. Counts now 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch at breaking pitch. That's strike 3. That was right down the pipe.
Next up for Woodbridge,
Strikeout.
the designated hitter, number 15, Adam Moylan.
Adam Moylan's up. He's a lefty.
It's a good pitch by Burkle. Pitch broke right over. Froze Martini, and we have one out.
Swing and a miss. Burkle's throwing strikes this inning, folks. Watch out. Got to say good things. I got Sue Burkle sitting next to me.
Call him like you see him.
Ball's low and outside.
I can hear you too.
Oh, also Jeff's right next to me too. So you know, I'm going to keep it pleasant here. I would anyway.
Call it
Wouldn't
like
say
it is.
anything bad. Anyway, counts 1-1. It's much easier for me to watch baseball now that my kid doesn't play. I'm tired of watching him strike out.
Boy, you're hard.
And ball's fouled straight back. I call it like I see him. Counts now 2-2 on Moylan with 1 out. Sometimes Jeffrey tunes in, so I'm just Thursdays he doesn't have classes, so maybe he's watching. Strike 3 looking on another breaking pitch, and that's now 2 down. With
Now batting for Woodbridge, the second baseman, number 5, Luke Budgell.
Luke Budgell's up.
With the wind
Does the
noise.
wind make a noise? Okay, I have a cover on my microphone because apparently there is a wind problem. Maybe you can hear me now, or maybe you can't. Doesn't really matter as long as I get to hear myself. Counts now 0-1. That ball's fouled off because the one person I like here talk is me.
No comment on that one.
Okay, the count's 0-1, and the Ben Burkle's throwing nothing but strikes here. Delivers, and there's a breaking pitch down and in. Came inside on the left-handed hitter, Budgell. Count is now 1-1 with 2 outs here. And the delivery. The breaking pitch, it's a chopper. It's up over the middle. Here comes Eli Stewart across. Fields and throws him out. Nice play. He covered a lot of ground, and that's the 3rd out of the inning.
Way to go, Eli!
After 1.5 innings of play, Northwood 2, Woodbridge 1.
I don't need to say because I can hear you.
Leading off the bottom of the second for Northwood, the second baseman, number 1, Trevor Littlejohn.
Okay, Trevor Littlejohn's leading off the bottom of the second with Northwood up 2-1. Here's the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss on a nice pitch down and in. Tough location on that one.
Good.
John steps back in.
Good pitcher's pitch, it dipped below, and Trevor swung over it.
Excellent call. And the pitch. Oh, there's a chopper, slowly hit. Third baseman cuts it off, wheels and throws it high.
Yeah!
Pulls him off the bag and it's safe. Actually, the first baseman did a good job of knocking that thing down.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 55, Jason Carrig.
Go, Jason.
Okay, so that's going to be an error on the third baseman, and we got Jason Carrig, number 55.
Third baseman had a lot of time on that. He just unleashed it and just threw it way high, pulling the first baseman off the bag, and Little John got in there safely.
That's exactly the way I saw it. Now we got a runner on first from the stretch. He throws over. Little John gets back.
Yes.
From the stretch. And the pitch. He's holding. The ball's high. 1 ball and no strikes. Again, we're in the bottom of the second with Northwood with a 2-1 edge. And their first runner on base on an error by the third baseman. From the stretch. And the pitch. Ball is on the outside corner at the knees.
That ball had good tailing action on it. Good tailing action on that ball.
They just got it out. He's consistent. And there's a nice bunt. He puts it down. He sacrifices, and he's out at first base, moving the runner Little John to second. A good sacrifice by Carrig.
Now batting, number 10, Jack Jones. That's good if you can start. If we can start the yeah,
You've
right.
got the
Okay, you're gonna do that
master
now.
Jeff's got.
Okay, we got Jack Jones up. Jack has a lot of speed. Got a lot of speed on this team. And the pitch, and the breaking pitch is up. Counts 1-0 with a runner on second base and 1 out. On the stretch. And the 1-0 pitch. That's swung and it's hammered. The first baseman line drive is caught for the second out. And actually, Little John did a good job not getting double.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 7, Carl Espy. Number 7.
Little John, remember that coaching. Got to see it through, right? There you go. Freeze on a line drive. We can come up with a couple more hackneyed sayings if you want. And here's the pitch. Strike on the outside corner. Espy's now ready. He's seen a pitch. It's a beautiful day here in Irvine. A little bit windy for those of you in Taiwan who are listening. Espy was bringing the bat with him to first base, just in case there were any bees he had to fend off. Okay, we now got a no ball, 2 strike count with 2 outs. Pitcher looks in from the stretch. Looks back at second base. And the pitch. That's a curveball high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Good crowd here today. Seems like Northwood is outnumbering Woodbridge today, which wasn't the case last time we had a home game. Must be those free giveaways. From the stretch and the pitch. That ball's popped up. Shortstop calls it, makes the catch, and that's the end of the inning.
After 2 innings of play, the score remains Northwood 2, Woodbridge 1.
Okay, Jackson Line, I think he's the leadoff hitter, isn't he? Okay.
Yes, he is.
Way back when he was just a little tyke. A lot of these kids. Oh, that ball's hit high in the air. That's skied. Can the left fielder get over there? He's kind of under it. And he grabs that thing easily.
Now batting, the catcher, number 21, James Durant.
There's now one out here. We now got James Durant up. He's the catcher.
Can you help me out with this?
Remember this boy too.
And if can you look him in the eye and say, "Are you going?"
All these
And
kids
if
play in the
not,
same
keep
way.
it back to me for problems and
Little league
extra.
or pony. Pitch down in the ground. Count is ball, 1 strike here with 1 out in the top of the 3rd inning. And the 1-0 pitch. Ball's a little high. 2 balls and no strikes. Sorry. Had the hiccup. Counts now 2-0 to James Durant. And the pitch. That ball's low and away. 3-0.
Are you gonna go? Look me in the eye. Yes, sir.
Count is now 3-0, and here's the 3-0 pitch. That's a strike right down the middle. Count's now 3-1. Timeout was called by the batter. And the 3-1 pitch, strike 2. Now it's a full count. The team is chanting they need ball 4. And he'd prefer to line it down the line. It's fair. And that's going to go to the fence. Julian Tristan picks it up, throws it in. And he's in second base. He's thinking about going to third.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 30, Kyle Giverson.
So with 1 out, the double from James Durant. And Kyle Giverson, number 30's up.
I don't know who we're supposed to make it out with respect to jerseys.
To boosters.
Okay, that's the tying run on second base. Giverson's thinking about that as he steps in. There's 1 out here. And the pitch. That's low and away. It's a breaking pitch outside. Runner on second base for Woodbridge and 1 out. 1-0 count to Giverson. Giverson's a big kid. And here's a stretch in the pitch. Another breaking pitch. It's too bad that wasn't a strike because he was stepping to third on that one. Counts now 2-0. And the pitch. It's up and in. Got a 3-0 count now. Timeout's called. Okay, we got a 3-0 count to 3-0. Kyle Giverson. Here's the pitch. That's a strike on the outside corner. Belt high. Counts now 3 balls and 1 strike. And the 3-1 pitch. That's a swung and fouled straight back. We now have a full count. Ben Burkle's working back here. Let's see if he comes at him with a fastball. He tries to throw a breaking pitch. I think a breaking pitch on the outside corner gets this guy. You don't even have to just throw it over the plate. Well, he was stepping to third on it early. Just inside.
Second time Giverson's walked.
Giverson's a walking machine today, I'm hearing.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 24, Wes Hill.
Wes Hill's up, and pitching coach is going to go out and have a word with Ben Burkle. So what do you think he could be talking about?
Well, I don't know if they're having a team dinner or not tonight. You know, maybe they're talking about that. But
Is it Chipotle night?
No.
I I think that's next week. Next week is Chipotle.
They might be talking about what they're going to order next week.
Hopefully he's saying throw strikes and play defense.
He might be talking about that.
Yeah, it does look like a serious conversation.
Yes.
So yeah, it's probably not about what they're going to have for dinner for tonight.
But you know, everybody's involved except for the outfielders.
They seem to be intently listening to the coach.
They're getting a lot of leeway here from the umpire. He just let them stand out there for 5 minutes and have a conversation.
And maybe the umpire needed to take a little break.
I think so. He was working on something. Okay, now West Hill's going to step back in. From the stretch, we got first and second and 1 out. Here's the pitch. Oh, and that actually goes behind West Hill. Okay, that was on the other, that was a strike on the other side of West.
We looked out on that one that didn't get him.
Late there though. So yeah, you're right. Maybe that was just he was trying to brush him back off the plate. But now that he's got him off, here's the pitch. It's a breaking pitch right on the corner. I think that was what the coach was telling him. Off the plate.
One hopper right at the shortstop would be nice right now.
Would be real nice. A one hopper right at either middle infielder here would be good. And here's the pitch. It's a breaking pitch, and both runners were running on that. And again, that was a fouled off. That was a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate. They had a double steal called on that.
I guess coach trying to make something happen. I thought that was a little unusual that they'd be running on that, but trying to make something happen.
Either that or they just weren't keeping the guy at second very close. And here's the pitch.
Yeah.
Swings and misses, strikes him out on a high fastball. So, good sequence there.
Now batting the shortstop, number 23, Will Rudy.
Will Rudy's up. He's the shortstop. Number 23 in your scorebook.
That was a great pitch by Burkle. Fastball out of the zone. Made West Hill fish for it and struck him out.
This guy popped out.
Great. Yeah, he popped up last time. Burkle goes to work. Falls down and in, or down and in the dirt. Not down and in. He's actually away. Nice block by Thomas Lee on that one. Thomas dropped and blocked that time. He didn't stab at all. Counts 1-0. Burkle looks back, and the 1-0 pitch, another breaking pitch, but he leaves this one high. Counts now 2-0. Count to Will Rudy. 2 outs here in a 2-1 ball game in favor of Northwood and the pitch. That ball's popped up again, but this looks like it's going to be in a tough position. And it just falls in the middle of nowhere, and that's probably going to score a run. No, he is safe. That was actually a good throw by Julian Tristan. I didn't think he had a prayer, but it was a close play at second base. Considering he was
now batting the left fielder, number 12, Jeff Quezada.
You know what? In the scorebook, that looks like a line drive with an RBI.
You couldn't have thrown that one any better. The placement was perfect between the first baseman, the second baseman, and the right fielder. Dropped just out of the reach of all those three, and we have a tie score now.
Okay, runners on first and third. Burkle throws over and he's back. We got 2 outs in a 2-2 game here in the top of the third inning. Dangerous situation for Ben. He's got to get out of this. Here's a pitch.
There it is.
That's a strike on the outside corner. He got rid of that ball quick. Runner at first is getting his sign. I have a feeling it's a steal sign. He's got a big lead out there. Counts no ball and 1 strike. Burkle. Ball's inside. It's not. It's a steal sign. 1 ball and 1 strike. And the pitch. It's a breaking pitch outside. The count is now 2 balls and 1 strike. With 2 outs here. In a 2-2 game here at Northwood Timberwood Field. And there's a ground ball to the shortstop. He makes a nice field, throws to second, and they get the out for the 3rd out of the inning with the score 2-2 heading to the bottom of the 3rd.
Woodbridge comes up with 1 in the top of the 3rd, and going into the bottom of the 3rd, the score is now tied at 2.
Music man's here. Okay, here we are heading to the bottom of the 3rd inning with Eli Stewart leading off. He's the leadoff hitter and shortstop. Swing and a miss on a high fastball there. Eli doubled his last time up and I believe scored a run. And the pitch. Swing and fouls that one straight back. He had a good cut at that ball. But he's behind in the count now. No balls and 2 strikes. Count is now no balls and 2 strikes, and the pitch. That ball is just outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Larson, not very big. Maybe he looks maybe 5'8", maybe he goes 150, but he throws hard. For a little guy, he throws really hard.
And the windup. And the pitch. Fouled off. That was a good job by Eli Stewart. That was a tough breaking pitch. He got enough of it to keep himself alive here. I think that portends good things to come. And the windup and the 2-2 pitch. And that ball is fouled down the right field line. That ball is just foul. Just foul. And he'd have had another double out of that one. And I think the wind was doing something with that ball. It was like bringing it back, I think.
You got this, Eli?
We got 2.
Okay. Count is 1 and 2 here on Eli Stewart. In a 2-2 game here in the bottom of the 3rd. We got a ball game here, folks. And Eli's battling. He's fouled off the last 2 with 2 strikes on him. And here's the pitch. And he fouls that one. That's a pop-up. Is it out of play or in play? It is in the dugout, just out of reach of the first baseman. And Eli stays alive.
Battling.
Here.
You got this.
He's now fouled off 3 in a row here with 2 strikes. He's battling hard, and again, good things happen when you do that. He's seeing the ball well. He's already had a double. Center fielder and left fielder playing in way too shallow. And here's the windup and the pitch. And that ball's hit to the shortstop in the hole. He's got a good arm. He throws low. And an excellent scoop by the first baseman, Wes Hill, to get him. He not only scooped
Next
that,
up, the 3rd baseman, number 6, Darren Shorter.
Darren Shorter's up. Darren's the third baseman, hitting in the 2-hole. I think Darren got on by an error
But
last
they're getting to know
time.
us cash because he's just
Too much time.
Okay.
Too much going on.
So
Or maybe
Lucas
not.
can't go. I'll just
no
put him.
idea.
You want me to
Okay,
No,
here's
I
the
want to
pitch.
keep him in case
He
they
chops
okay.
that one, foul down the first
You
base
want
line.
guys waiting to see if
No
Pam's
balls
here.
and one
Pam's,
strike.
Pam's not here.
Remember what
You want to
happened.
take it?
Yeah, I guess so.
Darren
Thank you.
is on, though. Memory there you go.
Oh, wait, Lori. SB wanted 2 more
We'll
tickets.
figure it out eventually. I'll let you know.
Let's see. Yeah, Ryan's not going.
Here's
so
the
there's one.
pitch. And that thing's outside and high. Count is now 1 ball and 1 strike.
I'll go after.
How did Darren get on last time?
He hit it, and it was right. It was an interesting hop in front of the first baseman.
No, that was the ball that was down the
Oh, yeah,
line
that
that
was-
just
we-
tipped
we
off the
called it
first
a
baseman's
double.
mitt.
It's down the line and it went off the first
I
baseman's
didn't remember
mitt.
that until he was
Actually got an RBI out of that
It's for
one.
$10
for time.
for his food.
I thought no down.
I just couldn't pull it
Count
off.
is now 1 ball
I
and
did
2
last year,
strikes,
but,
so he had a
ran
double
out of time.
and an RBI last
Thank you.
time up. And here's the pitch. It's an off-speed pitch. It's outside.
Let's go, 6! You got
Take
this!
a little bit off that or turn it over or something. And that wasn't close. But he has some pitches to play with here. And the 2-2 pitch. That one's down and in, and he's called looking on that one.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 37, Julian Tristan.
Julian Tristan's up. There's now 2 outs. Okay, Julian Tristan's up. Julian struck out last time up, threw him a bunch of assorted curveballs. Here's a pitch, and there's another one. He swings and misses. It counts now no balls and 1 strike.
It sure looks like he's going to be fed a dose of curveballs the way he's going
I
after
think he's
those.
getting a fastball today. Here's another one, but he left that one up and could have hammered that one.
That was the pitch to hit. That certainly was a hanger, but Julian just swung right through it or just foul tipped it into the mid of the catcher.
Now it's now 0-2. And a bit of a surprise pitch. He came with a fastball. It was a good pitch outside, just a little bit. Counts now 1-2. Yeah, he's got a wide zone. Wide zone. And that ball's popped straight up. That's way up there. Who's going to catch it? We're not real sure. And, nobody does. First and second baseman couldn't make up their mind. I think it's got to be the
Now
second
batting.
baseman's ball.
Left fielder, number 19, Tom McCarty.
What do you think? Is that the second baseman's
Well,
ball?
no, I think that was the first baseman's ball, but it looked like the first baseman lost it. He threw his arms up in the air like he couldn't see it. And then when that happened, the second baseman started to scramble for it, but second baseman wasn't able to get it, and it dropped.
That's why you're the color man.
And I heard Mark telling him, run it out, run it out. Good thing he didn't
Okay,
lollygag.
now he's on first base with 2 outs. Let's see if that leads to something. And that ball's hit down the left field line and deep, but it's going to be caught. It wasn't actually as deep as I thought. Probably got it off the hands a little bit.
After 3 full innings of play, the score remains Woodbridge 2, Northwood 2.
I don't know. Everything hit in the air. Okay, Grant Martini's up. Grant struck out last time, aiming to redeem himself in this at bat. And here's the pitch, and that's a ball, a little bit up, maybe a little bit in. Counts now 1 ball and no strikes here in the top of the 4th inning of a 2-2 game. And the pitch. And that ball's inside and hit him just a bit. I guess it caught the left arm.
Now batting, designated hitter, number 15, Adam Moylan.
Adam Moylan, left-handed hitter, designated hitter for Woodbridge, is up.
That one just grazed the jersey of Martini.
And there's a bunt, second baseman's field. It's a nice sacrifice. Adam Moylan, the designated bunter, did his job there.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 5, Luke Budgel.
Was that
Luke
a
Budgel's
one
up.
hit bunt? One
Yeah, that's a
throw?
sacrifice.
One throw, though? Do you remember?
One throw was-
One pitch, I
Yeah,
mean?
yes.
One pitch.
Okay, count is 2-2 here. I mean, not the count, the
We're
score.
on number 5.
With 1 out, a runner on second now. Top of the 4th inning. Burkle looks back and delivers. Ball's outside. 1 ball and no strikes to Luke Budgel with the go-ahead run on second base here.
Northwood has some activity in their bullpen. Can't see who it is from here. Could be Andrew Coton, but not certain about that.
Might see a Coton sighting here.
It's just been confirmed it is Andrew Coton in the bullpen warming up.
That's been confirmed by our research team that we have a great one here at Northwood. And the count is now 2 balls and 1 strike to Luke Budgel. He just bailed out Burkle a little bit there. 2-0 count. He swings at a ball that was down and in and would have been ball 3 probably. But hey, he'll take it for sure. Okay, Burkle looks in. Looks back at second. And the pitch. And that ball's hammered to left field, but it looks like it's straight at the left fielder. And he makes an easy catch. And there's now 2 outs.
Now batting, number 2, the center fielder, Jackson Lyon.
Jackson Lyons up with 2 outs. A runner on second in a tie ball game here in the top of the 4th inning.
That ball was ripped right at, but it's hit right at the left fielder, Tom McCarty. It's hit right on the nose, but Tom had it lined up right from the start.
Didn't even look like he moved down there in left field to catch that one. And there's a ground ball, and that's going to go off of Jason Carrick's glove into right field, and that'll score the runner from second base. What do you think?
Now batting, the catcher, number 21, James Durant.
How do you want to score that one?
I think the first baseman needs to come up with that, or at least knock that down to stop the runner from scoring.
Yeah, I think I'd score that one in error. Kind of went under his glove.
It could have been had.
Would have been a good play. And here's the pitch. And that's low. I'd call that an error and make that an unearned run if I'm keeping score. How did you keep score of that one, Sue?
Yep.
Sue Burkle agrees. So the count's now 1 ball and no strikes. And Jason Carrick is a good infielder. He's
Happens.
most of the
Baseball.
year played, most of the previous years played like second base, I think, right?
Jason's played a great first base. He's never done that before, and I don't think he's made any error this
I
year.
don't think I've ever seen him make an error.
This could be the first error that he's made this year.
Dirt, wild pitch, and the runner advances to second base here with 2 outs. But don't worry about it, folks. We got the hitters coming up later, including on Tuesday. Burkle looks in, and the delivery, and that's in the dirt, and that's ball 3.
That was a nice block by Thomas. It short hopped him.
That was a great block. From the stretch, the 3-0 pitch. It's right down Broadway. I knew he was taking that pitch, and the count's now 3 balls and 1 strike. Jackson, no, Jackson Lyon's on first base. To the guy after Jackson Lyon.
James Durant.
James Durant, thank you. And the pitch. Outside. He loses him.
Now batting, number 30, Kyle Giberson.
Kyle Giberson's coming up, and Coach Stewart's going out, and I think he's going to make a change here. Since this is the second visit this inning. And he's looking down to his bullpen. And in comes the pitcher, and we're told it's Andrew Coton. Is that correct? Is it Andrew? So many Cotons.
Yeah, I do believe so.
Okay, we have a Coton sighting. According to his father today, he didn't even want to see him pitch. But we know that was a lie. Okay, we'll let him warm up and we'll take a break from you. Lived in Philly all my life. Went to MCP, which is about Medical College of Pennsylvania. It's about 3-4 miles from Temple. I lived mainly on, it's at Ridge and Henry Avenue. Well, I lived in Philadelphia in 72, yeah. In an area up by the Roosevelt Boulevard, Route 1. Okay, everybody knows where I'm from now because I forgot to turn the mic off. The count's 0-2. Having a discussion here. No balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. And Coton's come out firing. This looked like some nasty pitches. In fact, I took my first medical college admission test at Temple University. That's where I took the test, in case you guys cared. I took it twice. And there, oh, and they steal second and third as the ball slips out of Thomas Lee's hand. So now we have a 1-ball, 2-strike count with 2 outs and runners on second and third. The second time I took it, in case you cared, I took it at Bucknell University in Lewisburg. Just giving you a history of Pennsylvania here. Lewisburg is in the middle of nowhere.
Kind of like University Park is.
Yeah, University Park. Oh, and that ball's hammered into left field. And 1 run's going to score. Here comes a second run. And that's thrown into second base, so that's a 2-run signal. And the score is now 5-2.
Now batting, number 24, Wes Hill.
Wes Hill's up, so Northwood's they're going to have to come out with the bats here to make up some ground in this game.
That was a breaking ball that stayed up, and Giberson was all over it and ripped that ball into left field, bring 2 runs home.
Yeah, he was not fooled by that one. He did not miss that ball. The wind is coming up here. And here's the pitch, and that ball's high and inside. 1 ball and no strikes. To Wes Hill, the first baseman, who had a good scoop in this game. Very nice. And here's the pitch.
Yeah.
And it's a swing and a miss. And And you know, I got to say something. I think all these runs are unearned in this inning.
That is Randy.
All of them. Because the error was made with 2 outs. Am I correct?
Yep, there was a walk, if that's unearned.
No,
Probably
none of the
not
runs
about
would have
6 or
scored without the error, correct? Or no, maybe it was 2-2 at that time. But anyway, these things happen. But I'm going to make that up, so don't you worry. Counts now 2-1 with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. And the 2-1 pitch. And that ball is hit hard to center field. Center fielder goes back, he turns around, and he makes the catch. It's Jack Jones in center field.
That was a really nice play.
It's a very nice play because the wind here is tough.
Woodbridge comes up with 3 and going to the bottom of the 4th. Woodbridge 5, Northwood 2.
Yeah, I born and raised. Okay, we got Thomas Lee coming up. Okay, we got to get things going here, boys. The bottom of the 4th inning, we got a 3-run deficit. Thomas Lee will miss his walk-up song. And here's the windup and the pitch. That's a nasty-looking breaking pitch. This boy's breaking ball moves, sideways more than it breaks up and down. I don't know if I'm saying that accurately, but that ball's popped straight up to left field. Left fielder drifts in, falls forward and makes the catch, and there's 1 out.
Now batting number 1, Trevor Littlejohn.
Trevor Littlejohn steps in with 1 out here now. And the pitch. That ball's hit hard up the middle. Shortstop Fields throws to first base, throws high, and he's safe at first. Pull the first baseman off the bag. That'll be an error on the shortstop.
Now batting number 55, Jason Carrig.
Let's see if we can take advantage of that, folks.
I believe
Carrig up.
that Littlejohn got on base last time by a
same
very
thing.
similar situation.
Littlejohn's on base twice on errors. Well, if you put the ball in play, things can happen. If you don't, things won't. You heard it here first. Put that one on your refrigerator. And the pitch. And that's going to be on the outside corner. Jason Carrig looks at it, and the count is now no balls and 1 strike with 1 out. You got to protect the outside here a little bit. But that one looked like he put it right on the corner there. Okay, Littlejohn gets his lead from the stretch and the pitch. Swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes. on the stretch. And the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and he's out. Even though the ball's in the dirt, you cannot run to first base because the base is occupied.
Now batting number 10, Jack Jones.
Jack Jones is up. Based on that song, all Jack wants is a pair of jeans and some cold beer. Okay, 2 outs with a runner on first. And the pitch. And that ball's hit hard to center field, but the center fielder looks like he's right there, goes under it, and that's the 3rd out of the inning.
After 4 innings of play, Woodbridge 5, Northwood 2.
Okay, here we are in the top of the 5th inning.
Top of the 5th, number 23, Will Rudy.
Woodbridge is leading this game 5-2 in the top of the 5th inning. We got Andrew Coaten on the mound, son of Jay. Ball's up and in.
And brother of David Coaten, who played here, graduated last year, was a pitcher for this team.
That's correct. So it's kind of too bad they didn't get to play together. That would have been kind of cool, right?
I don't know. Maybe they would have thought it was cool. Maybe they wouldn't have thought it was cool. I don't know.
As a parent, it would have been good. Or not.
Yeah, that would have made it easy for his parents.
Yes. That ball's high. Count is now 2 balls and no strikes. And
Oh, yes.
right at the belt.
Very nice.
2 balls and 1 strike. And the 2-1 pitch. Ball is outside. Actually, must have been 3-1 because he's walking down to first base. So our scoreboard operator.
Now batting the left fielder, number 12, Jeff
I
Quezada.
had it right, and then I heard
Oh, you heard me saying the wrong thing? Okay. Whatever you do, don't ever trust me. I've got that scoreboard wrong. Forever. I never even got it right when it was the only thing I was operating. And there's a attempted bunt that's fouled off.
Isn't that the truth?
And the count is now no balls and 1 strike. Third baseman Darren Shorter's playing way up on the grass. He's looking for a bunt here. But he gets hit instead. So that'll do it.
So hit by pitch. Uh-oh.
The next.
Now batting,
So there goes
right fielder, number 13, Grant Martini.
So Andrew came in and had a tough time. I don't know if he's going out. There's been no wave to the bullpen yet.
I think Nathan Eng is there warming up, but he just got down there, so I don't even know if he'd be ready to come in yet. So even if Coach wanted to make a change right at this moment, I don't know if Nathan is ready yet.
He might get 15 pinches in the way this umpire allows him to talk on the mound.
Yeah, the umpire is just hanging out by home plate, not really interested in breaking this up.
thinking about going out there now, but instead he decides to, maybe go talk to the Warrior players. Nope, now he's walking out. I think Stewart and the third base coach are laughing about how much time he gets when he visits the mound.
I think Martini's got to be looking to sacrifice bunt right here.
Yeah, I think you got to be sacrificing.
I'd be shocked if he's not.
You're up 3. Push some runners in the scoring position here. I think he'll be sacrificing. And we got the third baseman on the edge of the grass and the first baseman on the grass. So I think what we're going to see here, if I'm guessing based on the positioning, is I think the third baseman's going to cover third. They're going to bring in carry. Okay, to crash, second baseman to cover first, and pitcher to cover the third base side. I'm just guessing. Could be wrong now. The third baseman's moving in more. No, not really. And he takes a strike. That was a perfect pitch to bunt. Well, the umbrella's out here on this rainy day.
Can't see the screen anymore. Sun is right behind me. Gotta be able to see it.
He's squared completely now. And that ball's inside. Counts now 2-1. He's shocked if he doesn't bunt. He's just squaring. And he takes a strike. I don't know why you do that. He's taking 2 strikes right down the middle. Unless he's not really trying to bunt. I don't.
Coach can't be happy about taking 2 strikes when he should be sacrificing.
Now you got a bunt with 2 strikes.
Still on, and he fouled it off, and he is struck out.
Woo!
He would have been out anyway.
He was out anyway. It would have been a strikeout if he didn't catch it.
I don't understand.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 15, Adam Moylan.
Bunt with 2 strikes, and you bunt it foul, it's a strikeout.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay.
Is that right?
That is correct.
Oops.
In case any of you didn't know that out there.
I didn't know that.
But hey, give the put out to Thomas Lee. Good hustle.
A bunt on the
But
on 2 strikes.
Bunt with 2 strikes
is an out.
Fouled off is an out.
Fouled off. I see. Fouled off. My goodness.
Fouled off.
This game has all kinds of stuff.
I know. Why is that? How come that? What's up with that? Got to be a reason for that.
Huh.
Probably developed that back in the beer keg league. Back in 1909,
Let's go, Coton.
because I didn't
got
feel
this
like
one,
running
for?
to first base. And here's the pitch.
Yeah.
And that ball is fouled off. Tried to hurt some guys in the dugout. He was just a little bit ahead of that one. Count is now no balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. Colton's in a bit of a jam here. First and second. And he needs to keep this close because Woodbridge already has a 3-run lead. And there's a swing and a miss. And that's a good job. So you fail to bunt 2 pitches right
Now batting, number 5, Luke Budgel.
And then you bunt one that's not a strike. And you foul it off. Next 2 strikes out. And you go from a threat to maybe getting out of the inning here.
Coach can't be happy about that.
Make him run some laps after the game, I think. Maybe his parents won't feed him, I don't know. And here's the pitch. Not that I'm suggesting that.
You don't usually see someone with 2 strikes trying to bunt because of the, you foul it off, you're out. But I guess the coach was showing him something because he didn't attempt at the first 2 strikes. So, hey, you don't want to do that. You're going to either get a bunt or you're going to strike out trying to bunt.
I think that's a good call. I don't know if I would have done that, though, as a coach. I'd rather...
That's a gutsy move by the coach, but it's teaching a batter a lesson. You're there to bunt, and you're taking strikes. You shouldn't be doing that. You got to go after those pitches and get that bunt down.
Of course, we always see that in the major leagues, with the pitcher, because he's usually batting about 0.74. And here's the pitch, and that's outside and knocked down by Thomas Lee, but he keeps the runners from advancing. And the count is now 2 balls and no strikes. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning of a 5-2 game. Andrew Coton looks in, gets his pitch, and the 2-0 pitch. That's on the outside corner. That'll be a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike here to the left-handed hitter, Budgel. From the stretch. And the 2-1 pitch, outside and high. 3-1. He's got to give his team a chance here and throw some strikes. It's easier said than done. It's always easy said when you're sitting in my position. 3-1 from the stretch. That ball's a little outside. Ball.
Now batting, number 2, Jackson Lyon.
Now up is Jackson Lyon, and Jackson's a boy who hit the ball last time when Woodbridge scored at least 3, I think. Jackson hit the ball, and it got by on an error, and 3 runs were unearned in that inning.
Big batter coming up now. Woodbridge has a chance to break this game open with a hit. Northwood needs to get out of this jam.
Yeah, he's a good hitter. He's got some speed, too. And that's a strike. What do you think about the defensive strategy here on the middle infield? Kind of playing halfway a little bit. Definitely back at shortstop. What do you think? Would you play him up here? Can't afford to give up any more runs.
No, there's 2 outs.
I know, you can play double play depth, but... Oh, there's 2 outs.
It's 2 outs.
So much for that, guys. There's 2 outs. Told you how I sometimes screw up the scoreboard. It just happened. Giving you a quick example. 2 outs. What am I talking about? All right, sorry about that. Take that back. And that's a ball. Count is now 2 balls and 1 strike. That was close.
Good pitch, Andrew.
There's a lot of moaning on that one, but it was borderline. Good thing I had my color commentator keeping track of me here. And that ball's hammered to the third baseman. Nice play. He races to third and makes
Yay,
it.
Darren!
And that's the 3rd out of the inning. What an idiot.
After 4.5 innings, Woodbridge 5, Northwood 2.
I'm questioning the defense when I don't even know the out. That's my favorite song. Hopefully yours too. Carl Espy's up here. And here's the windup and the pitch. That ball is up in the strike zone, and it's a ball. Ball 1. Can't really be up if it's in the strike zone, can it? Bad ball. In any event, the pitch is in the strike zone, and that's a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike here.
You got this, Carl!
Carl can run, so if he puts a ball in play on the ground, he has a chance here, and he swings and misses. And that's now 1 ball and 2 strikes.
It's beginning to get late in the game. We need to get something going here. We need to put something on the board. Down by 3.
At the top of the lineup coming up, so Carl can start this thing off by just getting on base here. Might help. And the pitch. Breaking pitch away. Nice pitch. And he swings and misses, and that's strike 3 for the first out.
Now batting, number 2, Eli Stewart.
Go, Eli!
Eli Stewart's up. 1 out here. Bottom of the 5th inning.
Right here, too.
From the stretch and the pitch.
Now, boy.
From the windup, I should say. And that's a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. From the windup. And the 1-0 pitch. Ball's down and in the dirt, and oh, he said he swung. He should have appealed that one. Because there's no, well, I can't tell from here, but 1-1. Yeah.
Let's go, 2!
Well, 0-2.
2 strikes.
No, 1 ball. No, it's 1-1. It's 1-1. Yeah. Actually, it's 2-0.
What did he say?
He thought it was 0-2.
Oh.
And the pitch. That ball's popped straight up. First baseman's there, and he makes the catch.
Now batting, number 6, Darren Shorter.
There are now 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Darren Shorter's up.
Oh, damn, we're going
Darren's
2,
1
huh?
for 2 in this game. He's going to double off the first baseman's glove, driving an RBI. And last at bat he was out. I can't remember what he did. Struck out looking, I'm being told. Got a lot of smart color commentators around me helping me out. Their brains actually work, and that's a ball. Sometimes. So we got a 1 ball, no strike delivery. It's on its way. It's a breaking pitch. Fouled straight back. Counts now 1-1. This kid's pretty. Did we see him the first time he played them? This pitcher?
He started for them.
Yeah.
Did a good job
He's got
in the
good
first game
stuff.
against. He's a good pitcher.
Yeah. It's a 1-0 curveball with a 3-run lead.
This Woodbridge team is better than their 1-6 record indicates.
Are they 1-6, really?
Let's go, Darren!
In 1-5 in league.
Okay, 1-5 lead. I'm surprised by that. And this is a league with University and Irvine in it. All right, anyway. There's a pop-up.
Ugh.
The shortstop makes the catch, and that's the 3rd out.
After 5 innings of play, the score remains Woodbridge 5, Northwood 2.
I'm surprised they're 1-5. This is a league with University and Irvine.
off the top of the sixth for Woodbridge. The catcher, number 21, James Durant.
Okay, we got James Durant up here facing Nathan Ing, the new pitcher for Northwood. Nathan is the pitcher without a vowel, at least in his last name. For those of you who master in phonetics, is it phonetics? I don't even know. Let me keep quiet. Counts now 0-1. And that's a ball just inside. And of course, Nathan throws in a sidewinder position. We got a 1-1 count up there, but is it? I'm not sure what the count is, so I'll just hold on here. And here's the pitch. And there's a ground ball, and that's just foul. Let's see what the umpire says. Here's the pitch. It's a slow pitch, breaking pitch it looked like on the outside corner.
Got this,
Fouled
Nathan.
Straight back. I think the count's actually 2-2 to tell you the truth, but
Yes, it's 2-2. That's what I have.
he keeps looking up at the scoreboard, the umpire. So the count's 2-2. We won't say that loud because I've been wrong before. I misled on
Really?
the scoreboard operator. Exactly.
I didn't know that.
And it
I didn't
looks
think
like,
that was the case.
Some type of fly is attacking Nathan on the mound. So I wonder if you do that and you're on the rubber with a runner on base, if it's a balk. I guess it is. You can't say, hey, a beam's attacking me. Okay, and there it is. Ball's outside. Now I think the count's actually 3-2.
Full count, Lindsay. 3-2.
We think it's a full count.
Well,
That's what we think.
he just called 2-2. He's looking at the scoreboard too.
Ball's fouled off. We could be wrong on this count.
I'm pretty sure
I have no idea what the
I've
count
been
is.
writing them down.
Well, we know he has 2 strikes. That's what we know. I'm not sure if anybody knows the count right now. The batter seems to be asking the umpire.
2-2.
2-2.
No.
Okay, you listen to me
screwed
again.
him. We screwed him up.
The umpire says it's 2-2, so it must be true.
But he gets hit.
Oh.
But he gets hit. I honestly think he's looking at the scoreboard
He
and
was.
keeping track of this thing.
That's
I think you're right.
I did not have that.
Now batting, number 30, Kyle Giberson.
Here we got Kyle Giberson up number 30. Kyle had a nice hard base hit today, and I think he drove in 1 or maybe 2 runs during that at bat. I can't recall. I just remember him hitting the ball hard. It was a hanging pitch, hanging curveball. So don't throw one of those. Keep the ball down here.
Yeah, he knocked in 2 runs, big hit.
Yeah. And there it is. Kyle does like to step to third when he hits. So he should be looking low and away on
Northwood has some action in the bullpen. Can't see who it is.
And he gets hit. Okay, so we're going to
Not
take
our
Nathan
day.
out. You hit 2 batters, you're gone. Okay, let's take a break. We'll let you know who's coming in later. Uh-oh. Our color commentary man's going to be a little bit nervous.
Modell.
Okay, Tyler Modell's in.
For Woodbridge, number 24, Wes Hill.
Wes Hill's hitting. Tyler's in the game. He's inherited a bit of a mess. There's 2 men on and nobody out here. And Northwood's already down 3.
This is my son coming in, so I'll remain silent for this.
Okay, he's squaring. This is your, and he puts down a nice bunt, fielded by the pitcher, Tyler. He throws to first, and he's out at first, but an excellent sacrifice bunt. Runners on second and third now with 1 out.
Now batting number 23, Will Rudy.
That's the way you bunt, folks. You don't take strikes right down the middle. Right down Broad Street, as they say. Most of you would say Broadway, but that would mean you're from New York. Tyler looks in, gets his sign from the stretch, and delivers. Breaking pitch in the dirt. Nice block by Thomas Lee. He dropped and blocked beautifully there. He's improved on that quite a bit, I think, since last year.
Yep.
He used to stab, remember? Stab. You remember. Okay. Anyway, 1 ball and no strikes. And the pitch. And there's a breaking pitch on the outside corner. Count is now 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 out. 2 runners on. Boy, the guy at second base is just practically at third base. He can walk to third. And here's the pitch. Oh, what am I talking about? He can't walk to third because guess what? There was a runner on third. What am I talking about? Okay. Okay, I got to take a break. I'm way off. Okay, in any event, that was an error, and the runner from third was allowed to score, and the score is now 6-2 here.
Batting for Woodbridge, number 9, Mike Elizondo.
I think Mike's coming in for the first time, I believe. I don't remember that name. Mike Elizondo.
My son's in there now.
Yeah, no. He should have been on. There's only 1 out. No, that was an error. That was an error. We wish we got an out. I was shocked when I saw 2 outs up there. Nah. Swing and a miss. And the runner takes second base. And that ball was in the dirt. Nice block by Thomas Lee. Mike Elizondo was a little bit anxious, swinging at a ball that was... So we got the infield in here. Runners at second and third now. And 1 out. And Northwood is now down 4 runs. Not playing the defensive game we're accustomed to. And there's a ball that was just inside and somehow missed the batter. And Mike was ready to take that one. He wasn't moving. Counts now 1-1. That's where they throw the curveball and you hope it hits you. All right. And here's the 1-1 delivery. And that's a breaking pitch, and that's a strike on the outside corner. Count is now 1-2. Infield in all the way around. They got to stop. They can't allow any more runs to be scored here. And the 1-2 pitch, breaking pitch down, and that's going to score a run. And that'll go down as a wild pitch, and the score is now 7-2. And the infield will remain in with a count 2-2 and 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. From the stretch, and the 2-2 pitch is swing and a miss. That's a strikeout.
Thank you, Tyler.
Now batting, number 13, Grant Martini.
Okay, Grant Martini's up. It's a good thing he doesn't have to bunt this at bat. In any event, from the stretch, there's a ground ball to the second baseman. He gets down on it, throws to first, and they get out of the inning, but they got a lot of work to do. Down 7-2, heading to the bottom of the sixth. He's got a nasty curveball. It moves side to side a lot. He's had, okay.
Julian.
Okay, Julian Tristan's up here in the bottom of the sixth inning. And there's a swing and a foul back. Count is now no balls and 1 strike. And that ball's chopped, and the pitcher fields it and throws to first. And that's the first out of the inning. And coming out will be Tom McCarty.
Now batting, number 19, Tom McCarty.
A lot of cheers for Tom. That was either his mom or his girlfriend, one or the other. I don't know which. Then it must be the girlfriend. Or maybe a potential girlfriend. Who knows? Or a wannabe. But anyway, you get the point. Ball's inside. That's what really counts. The count is now 1 ball and no strikes with 1 out here. And there's the pitch. And that ball is fouled down the third base line. The count's now 1-1 to Tom McCarty. And the 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch. Counts now 1-2.
Got this, Tom.
You go 1-9.
Pitcher here is working fast too, folks. He gets the ball, gets a sign, and throws. Here's the pitch. That's on the outside corner. That was a perfect pitch. Nothing you could do about
Now
that.
batting, number 46, Thomas Lee.
It's now 2 outs. And here's the windup And the pitch. That ball's outside. You know, in that song that Thomas Lee played, they use the term lot of use. And I used to say that in Philadelphia, use guys. And I didn't know that actually wasn't a word. Y-O-U-S-E is not in the dictionary. Did you know that, Jeff?
I think it depends on the dictionary you look into.
Well, if you look into a Philadelphia dictionary, then it's in there.
That's right.
It's kind of like water. See, back there in Philly, we drink water.
That's right.
We don't, with an R, okay? And we do wash. We don't do laundry there. We do wash. Okay, but that's a ball, and the count's now 1-1 to those 2-1. Count's now 2-1. But then I moved to California, and then people spoke so strange. And here's a 2-1 pitch, and that's ball 3. Thomas Lee needs to get on any way he can.
They did speak strange.
Strangely. Oh, what did I say? Strange? Okay. Now, English has never been my best subject.
You ain't good at it.
And there's a walk. You know, I used to say when I had English class, I said, why am I taking English?
Number 1,
I already speak
Trevor
English.
Littlejohn.
I can understand taking Spanish class or French class, but if you speak English, why do I have to take English class? What's up with that? Never quite understood that. Adjective, adverb, noun, pronoun. What's the point? Okay, we got 2 outs here. I'm just pulling my best Vince Scully and try to come up with conversation in a game that's lacking a little excitement right now.
Tell
But
everyone about your pancreatic.
my dog's name?
Yeah.
Well, my current 2 dogs are Snowy and Chocolate. And that ball's fouled down the first base side, and it's going to get out of play. So there'll be 1 strike on Trevor Littlejohn. Yeah, and those dogs of mine are about 14 years old now. And, you know, all they wanted before they passed was a Super Bowl victory from the Eagles, and they got it. They told me that.
That's because if they hadn't have won that game, you would have killed your dogs.
It wasn't the dogs' fault if they lost the game. I would not have taken it out on the dogs. Those guys are barely getting around these days. Okay, 1 ball and 1 strike now with 2 outs here. And Trevor Littlejohn is up.
Go T.
It ain't over till the fat lady sings, okay? There's another saying that we just love to quote.
It's up
And there's
over
a
here.
pop-up, and it's coming over here. It could hit me in the head, but it didn't, thank God. But we have the umbrella to protect us here on a rainy day. The count's still 1-2 here with 2 outs to Trevor Littlejohn. Trevor's playing second base this year. He played third base last year, folks.
And he's playing at his natural position now.
And Jeff's telling me this is his natural position, and I would agree with that, Jeff. I would agree with that. He struggled a little bit at third last year. And I remember him in JV. He was playing good. Played some shortstop, if I recall, too.
Mostly second.
Mostly second. Yeah, you're correct. Yeah. Count's still 1-2. Not sure about that. But in any event, he's done a good job at the games I've been at. And here's the stretch, and here's the pitch. And that's a strike on the outside corner. I don't think he could have reached that. No chance, but it's been called all day, and
After 6,
what are you going to do?
the score is Woodbridge 7, Northwood 2.
him, Tyler.
Okay, that was a strike from Tyler Medell. The count is now 0-1. At least that's what the scoreboard says. From the stretch and the pitch, that ball's outside. The count is now 1 ball, 1 strike here in the top of the 7th inning. Northwood has their work cut out in this one. The Woodbridge pitcher has simply dominated them so far, frankly. And the score is 7-2 in favor of Woodbridge. There's a breaking pitch hit just over Eli Stewart's head at shortstop into left field. That's a clean signal. Well, it's a single. I don't even call it a signal.
5, Luke Budgel.
Luke Budgel's up. They must have 3 or 4 Budgels on this team because I think this guy's come up to the plate a few times.
That was supposed to be funny, but I don't think it's working today.
I got some bad stuff going on here, folks. I'm sorry about that. And here's the pitch. And there's an attempted bunt, foul. Count is now no balls and 1 strike here in the top of the 7th inning of a 7-2 game in favor of the Woodbridge Warriors. Woodbridge had a long way to drive today. They came all the way from Irvine. And here's the pitch. And that's a strike on the outside corner. That was a nice breaking pitch. Count is now no balls and 2 strikes.
Let's go, Tyler.
And Budgel will not be bunting here. From the stretch. And the 0-2 pitch, breaking pitch, fouled off. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes.
Let's go, 1-8.
Their brothers faced each other in 2011. Budgel played for Woodbridge and
Oh, okay. Oh, how about that? And there's a ball outside. It's amazing, isn't it? And he played with all these kids, you know, and Pony. We played Pony, so, you know, I see all these kids coming up. I'm like, I remember all these kids. You know, Justin used to play baseball, so some of these younger kids played with him. He quit when he was 12. He was completely disinterested in the sport. Anyway, not that that matters. The count is now 2-2, and that one just missed. I think if the other pitcher threw it, that'd be a strike. No, that was, I could see this side of the plate. That was definitely outside, but hey, might as well be a homer. And the pitch, swing and a miss.
Way to get him, Tyler.
Luke waves at that one. Tyler gets the
Now
first out of
batting,
the
number
inning.
2, Jackson Lyon.
Jackson Lyons now up. He's number 2 in your scorebook, but number 1 in your hearts, Woodbridge fans. Okay. From the stretch. And the pitch. It's a breaking pitch high. 1 ball, no strikes, with 1 out here in the top of the 7th, for those of you still keeping score. I've probably lost fans. I may be just announcing to myself at this point. Y'all tuned in and said, Pine's here. Let me out of there. And there's a ground ball, fly ball. Well, it's out of play. Doesn't matter what it is. I didn't quite see it. So the count is now 1 ball and 1 strike. Okay, we got the 1-1 count from the stretch, and the pitch. It's a breaking pitch, and that's fouled off. Good hustle by Jack Jones delivering the baseballs. Counts 1 ball and 2 strikes with 1 out here. Tyler Modell from the stretch. Looks in, and the pitch. Breaking pitch. It's chopped in front of the mound, and the catcher should have went for that. Tyler picked it up and threw it down the right field line. And they advance to second and third. I'm not sure what the catcher was doing on that. But in any event, that'll go down as an error. And out comes Coach Stewart. And I believe he's bringing in another pitcher. And this pitcher's not even coming in from the bullpen, folks. He's coming straight off the bench, I think. He must have been well warmed up. Justin Bennell is now in. And we'll go to a commercial break. Okay, James Durant's going to face the new pitcher for Northwood, who is Justin Bennell, with runners at second and third and one out. And again, Northwood's playing the infield halfway, I guess.
Like that, 33.
Not playing in the 5-run deficit here in the 7th inning. Probably just want to get an out, I guess. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss.
Yay.
Justin doesn't care. He's just going to strike him out and do it easy. He's tough to pick up with that side arm approach.
Let's go, 33.
And there's a ball outside. It was a nice location, though. Counts now 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss.
Way to get him.
Strike 3. There's now 2 outs with runners on second and third. Kyle Giberson's up.
Let's go, Northwood.
Two outs now on the pitch. Strike. I think this Justin will give Kyle Giberson some trouble because Kyle steps to third every time. Just keep the ball away.
Oops.
But he comes inside. Foiling Pine's plan. Just trying to move his feet there, that's all. He'll come back. I think he's going to come back away here. He comes way away. Counts now 2-1. He's got an open base if he needs it. And the pitch. And that ball's hit to the second baseman. He bobbles, picks it up, throws to first,
Yay!
and we're out of the inning. It's 7-2, heading to the bottom of the seventh.
The score remains Woodbridge 7, Northwood 2.
Woodbridge is up 7-2. Okay, Jason Pontius is now pinch hitting. And he's pinch hitting for someone. Jason Carrick. And it looks like Connor Vasicki's on deck. And that ball's hammered quite hard. It's out to center, but it looks like the center fielder's under it. Shields his eyes and makes the catch, but Jason had a good swing and hit it hard. And Connor Vasicki is coming up.
Number 23, Connor Vasicki.
So he's hitting for... Okay, we got Connor Vasicki hitting here for Jack Jones with one out here in the seventh, and it's been a tough day here for Northwood. That's a swing and a miss, strike one. I think if I had to boil it down to what I've seen, it's been the defense that's let us down here a little bit today. But I could be wrong about that. And that's strike two. It's a breaking pitch. And the count is no balls and 2 strikes to Connor Vasicki. And the no ball and 2 strike delivery, and that's balls high and outside. It was a fastball. So we have a 1 ball and 2 strike count to Connor Vasicki. And the 1-2 pitch. Curveball, swing and a miss. Nice pitch. Connor had a good cut, but he missed that one. And now we have Ben Burkle. He started the game. And I forgot this rule, but a starter can re-enter.
Now batting for Northwood, number 20, Ben Burkle.
So Ben is now batting for the DH position, I guess. Carl Espy. And there's a pitch, and that's a strike, I guess. That was an unhittable pitch, but still called a strike. I think the ump wants to go home at this point, but he's been calling that, and this kid can put it there all day. Ben had one to hit there. Took that one on the inside part of the plate, and the count's now 0-2.
Go, Ben.
And there's a breaking pitch, dropped, and he's tagged, and that's the 3rd out of the game, and the game is over. with Woodbridge winning 7-2.
Final score this afternoon, Woodbridge 7, Northwood 2.
So I guess the record for Northwood in the Pacific Coast League is now
4-3.
4-3.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Well, they went 3-2 before the break, didn't they?
Right, then they won on
They won.
Tuesday.
Well, I'm sorry, it's now 4-3. I had it all wrong. I can't count amongst other deficiencies.